Welcome back to another segment of Game Changers. Today we are here in Sao Paulo, Brazil. We're in the offices of Performa Investments. I'm with Gui Sages, who is the Managing Director of the Clean Tech Fund at Performa Investments. Gui, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
I've had a wonderful time here. It's a delightful city. The people are so innovative. I've just been impressed. You are the Managing Director of the Clean Tech Fund here in Brazil in general at Performa Investments.
First of all, thank you very much for the opportunity to speak. It's very exciting. And so this is a fund that is a 170 million reais fund, which is about $60 million, which is backed by the Brazilian Development Bank on the one hand, the Sovereign Fund of Belgium on the other hand, several families from Sao Paulo, and the development agency of the city of Rio. The fund aims at investing in Brazilian companies which have either a solution or a technology in the clean tech space, which brings for these companies some very specific competitive advantage and hopefully a high growth potential.
What spaces? We have water, we have air, we have electrical or energy conversion, sun, solar, what have you. Many different areas in clean tech. Have you carved out some niches that you are currently have funded or you have addressed?
Yes, there are definitely some niches that are, I would say, a little bit more Brazil than United States or than you would find outside of Brazil. So Brazil is an agriculture country. Agriculture amounts for 40% of the exports of Brazil and something like 20 to 25% of the GDP. So of course, a lot of the clean tech opportunities that we have in Brazil are one way or the other related to the agriculture activity. So there are opportunities that we look at as, for example, that you would look at as a waste opportunity in the United States, which at the end of the day is a waste solution. You know, you give a destination to a waste coming for whatever source, but the destination is fertilizers, is input that are used in the agriculture process. There is definitely a space which is right now very trendy in the United States, which is precision agriculture, digital agriculture, which is also very active in Brazil. I think that Brazil has been investing in precision agriculture and digital agriculture for the last 10 years. We have invested last year in a company called Enalta, which is doing sensors for tractors in order to monitor all the machines operations that are used in very, very large agricultural operations such as sugarcane, for example, where the typical size in Brazil is 20 to 30,000 hectares. So that's a massive operation. And they get data that are then provided to their customer through a software as a service platform, and these data are giving information for their customers in order for them to optimize their field operations and reduce their costs. And this is the kind of opportunity, I would say, which is very typical of Brazil. This kind of company started 10 years ago in a program that was backed by Embrapa, which is a state-owned agency dedicated to technology and innovation in the agriculture space in Brazil. And I think that this is the kind of thing that is relatively unique compared to what we would do if we were a clean tech fund in another country.
Now you have a great deal of horsepower in the universities here, or research going on in the universities. Has there been a movement to take some of the research efforts, the IP created in universities, and move that into a commercial environment for clean tech, or has it been primarily the entrepreneurs who are finding the answers and developing that approach?
Yes, there is a huge effort on that. I would say our fund very specifically tries to make transactions where the company has already been created and has at least proven its business model. It is a great source of effort and attention both from the private and from the public sector in Brazil, to find ways to help the scientists to become entrepreneurs, knowing that this is really something which is a new culture in Brazil and something that is not more than 7 or 8 years old as a concept.
So in now the clean tech funders that you're doing, is there a percentage of 25% solar, 25% agriculture, or is there any breakdown in your mix of sectors under clean tech?
I think that what we are trying to achieve is about 30 to 40% agriculture. I would say 30 to 40% related to IT applied to clean tech. So whether this is Internet of Things, whether this is smart grid, and we have about 20% that is solar. Solar is really at a tipping point in Brazil right now. Of course, doing any deal in solar in terms of cash allocation very, very fast becomes a significant proportion of the fund allocation, because that's the kind of market which is capital intensive compared to the others. And solar is really coming at a time where the price of energy has increased a lot in Brazil over the last 24 months. It comes as a solution for retailers where they can get an edge for their energy price and have this hedge for the next 10 to 15 to 20 years, depending on the commercial models that are put together. So there is a very strong demand for solar right now, and a lot of newcomers trying to develop companies. And we're really at a time where solar developers want to be solar cities, Brazilian solar cities. I would say 3 to 4 of them knocking on our doors every week.
Every week.
That's. We hope at least one of them will become a Brazilian solar city.
That keeps you very busy. I imagine you are very busy. You've got people and business plans coming to you every week now, but consistently.
Yes, that definitely keeps us very busy, and I think that's part of the venture capital activity to be very open to receiving a lot of people and understanding a lot of new investment opportunities all the time. As far as a sector like solar is concerned, it's important to talk to a lot of these players, because by talking to them, you can start to understand what are the difference in the business models, and which team is really the most prepared team to execute the business plan. Because for this kind of solution, there is no technology in a solar city, for example, which is creating a competitive advantage. It's the business model and the speed of execution. And this relates very much to people. So if you don't meet the people, you won't know which one are the right one.
Well, that leads me to my final point, which is if people who are watching this show would like to contact you and learn more about Performa Investments, what would be the best way to do that?
So the best way to do that is to send us an email. My email is gsages@performainvestimentos.com. So that's GSAGEZ at performainvestimentos.com.
Guy, really want to thank you very much for your time and your energy and your insights into what's going on here in Brazil and your clean tech fund. It's very encouraging to hear this, and impressive, frankly, to hear that a guy with your background and your focus is digging so deep and making so much progress towards bringing clean tech solutions to the Brazilian economy, which are bound to spread beyond Brazil.
Thank you very much for this great opportunity, and I'm very glad that we had the opportunity to talk.
Great.